How's it going, everybody? My name is Horacio with I Gotchu Road Rescue here in Phoenix, Arizona. So today I'm going to be covering a little bit of a tech tip about alternators and the proper voltage at which they function at and at which they start to fail at. So let's jump right into it. To begin, an alternator is a charging system component of your vehicle. Pretty much everything that's in the vehicle is taking up energy power from the battery. So the battery needs to be replenished or recharged as the car goes out throughout the day. So generally speaking, your battery should maintain or have a voltage of 12.6 volts and higher when the car is off. Now applying power to your car and you turn your car on, now we're reading a voltage of 13.8, between 13.8 volts to about 14.2 volts. That is what the alternator output voltage should be at when the car is on idling. Anything that is under 13 volts for your output voltage, for your alternator output voltage, is kind of a precautionary level, to say, for the most part. You run the risk of discharging the battery at that point, or just not even recharging it. You're just maintaining it at that level. The battery's not going to get undercharged, but it's not going to get charged fully. It's just going to stay at the level, say 12.3 volts, 12.2 volts. It won't go lower until your alternator will fully start to feel the effects of it going out. The armature is inside, the rectifier, the regulator, everything inside will start to just slowly diminish or deplete the life of the battery. At this point in time, your battery light will come on your car. Your instrument cluster will start flickering. You try to give it gas, you feel no throttle response, it will start to bug out, you feel loss of power, and eventually your car will die out. Whether it may be, in the driveway or, I hate to say, on the freeway. I've come across a lot of those people, Thankfully, though, it's to some vehicles it's not expensive. On some others, it's kind of a pretty penny. But generally, they're supposed to last roughly quite a bit if under certain weather conditions and climate and everything as well. But that being said, alternators should last you maybe the life of the vehicle, depending, again, what I said, conditions and whatnot. But again, so when you have a weak battery, say for instance your battery is at 12.2 volts with the car off, and it's you go to start the car one morning, and it's a slow, hesitant start. Now you're gonna experience hesitant starts, slow starts, because it's a weak battery. Something's going on with that battery that's not giving you the proper amperage to turn the car on. Once you figure out that, hey, I need to check my battery, when you do so, whether it may be at a shop or anywhere, see if they could possibly do a charging system test. That'll pretty much give you an idea of where the alternator and the internal diodes are, to see if they're doing their job correctly internally. The rectifier, the voltage regulator, all that stuff inside, their test will pretty much show you that. So once you have a new alternator, you want to recharge or charge and test the battery before turning the car on and driving it. The reason why I say this is because you may experience a discharging of the battery from the previous alternator. So you don't want to run a weak battery on a new alternator. That's going to cause premature failure to the alternator, having to replenish the drain that the previous alternator caused. So pretty much, if you have a weak or dead battery, 10 volts, 11 volts, I think you might want to put a charger to it, a couple hours overnight, or possibly just replace it. A new would be better than a new and a recharged battery that may or may not have a bad cell that's failing or whatnot, if the case may be. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to go too far into it, but it's just trying to get it a little simple information out there for those who are, questioning, why is my car, having this issue. I replaced the battery so many times and it keeps dying. Why is it draining out? If you replace both the alternator and the battery and something is still draining your battery, then you should look into a parasitic draw or a short or open short, something along those lines, where a connector or a connection is cut, frayed, or touching metal to metal somewhere else. That there would be a job for a electrician. Electrician. I can never say that word. But yeah. So with that being said, everybody, again, alternators recap: properly functioning would be 13.8 volts between 13.8 to 14.2. Anything 13 and under is kind of like a red flag, or a yellow flag, red flag, you want to call it. Have it tested, checked, and go from there. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys like the information that I put out, I mean, go ahead and give me a like button, just one time. Like, share, subscribe. That's how it goes, right? Yeah, so once again, my name is Horacio with I Gotchu Road Rescue, and have a good day.